Shalom again. Excuse my voice. Um, so this is video number 3. I might have to go get some water. So this is kind of the wrap up for um, already written for an appointed time or the appointed time. Um, Hopefully you've seen the other 2 videos, so this one will make sense. So I remember growing up how my dad, he didn't believe. He wasn't a believer in anything. Well, except for money. So he would always tell me that there was no such thing as a God. I don't say God, but just saying. But he would tell me there is no God. There's uh, no such thing, because if it was, he wouldn't allow bad things to happen. And he always said, why would he allow children to be hurt? Um, I'm 9, 10 years old. I knew that the Most High was real. And I used to answer him in my 9-year-old way, because it's just the only thing I thought of. And I'd say, well, the enemy can make things happen too. So that's why bad things happen, because of the enemy. Or I'd say the devil, actually. But today I say, that's not how that works. I tell you, I write down everything because I need to be able to get my points out. Um, we give the enemy too much power. He doesn't have any power. He has no authority whatsoever. The only way he gets it is if the Most High gives it. So just him alone, he doesn't have any authority over you or your situation or nothing. He has to get it from the Most High. So the Most High will allow him to do things, but it's not because he's punishing you. It's not because he doesn't love you. It's not because he don't like you. It's because he's trying to grow you into becoming who he's called you to be. um, I was a firm believer that it was me. I was wrong. It was something wrong with me. Excuse me, y'all. That's why so many bad things has happened and keep happening. And all along, he was allowing the things to happen to build me up and to grow me into this woman right here. Mm. um, yeah. So when bad things happen today for me, I say, okay, yeah, what is it that you want me to learn from this? What is this lesson for me or for someone else? Like, I just ask questions because I already know this is something he's allowing to happen, number one. And number two, because of the relationship we have, I can get on my knees and pray and just wait for the answer. And the answer does come for the most of the time. Most of the time, I always get an answer. Sometimes I don't, but that's also your answer. But I get an answer, like I really do. It could be something that happened. It can be someone talking about something. It could be something I'm watching on TV. It could be something that the pastor says to me, or just in general. Him preaching, because he preaches live pretty much every day. Um, Hashtag find Kofi. I'm sorry, I have to do it all the time. Um, The answers come, but you have to be willing to be listening for it. You got to be looking for it. You have to be paying attention for it. So I'm aware, I'm looking, I'm paying attention because I asked the question, so I'm waiting for an answer. So I'm not going to get the answer if I'm not paying attention. Now, in the meantime, the enemy's going to have this, and this come above and start messing with you and, getting in your way so you can't pay attention to the answer. Uh-uh. You got to learn how to push them back, make them go away with Yah's word. Because we ourselves, we can't do nothing to him. Like, for real. We need Yah, his words. Yeah. So that's my first point. Stop giving the enemy so much power. He doesn't have any power, no authority. Whatever happens, the Most High allowed it to happen. But it's not for your downfall or your demise. It's to build you up. It's to grow who you are on the inside out. It is. I was just watching this thing called Family Secrets, and I was watching how this man was kidnapped by his grandparents. Now his mom um, was no offense in any way, clear. White is really clear for real. So Caucasian, his mother was. She had slept with an person that's my color, or not color, but you know what I mean. So her son that she had was mixed. Her father was prejudiced. He did not like people like me. And so, weirdly enough, the little boy was staying with his dad because his mom was not ready to be a mother. Instead of just leaving the child with the father, they kidnapped the child, took the child, and then the grandfather abused the child. And I thought about my own life. I thought about how my earthly father kidnapped me, took me away from my mother, just so he could abuse me. The pain that man must feel, I know. I can imagine. I know. I can literally imagine because I felt it. I know what he feels. Um, he abused him terribly, all because of who his father was. Like it was his fault, right? He ends up writing a book about his life. It's his memoirs, memoirs of an abused soul. If you saw the other video, you know what I'm talking about. So he wrote his memoirs, but he wrote the memoirs through his unhealed self. He's still broken. The book is out there, but he's still broken. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to do the same. Now, my life stories are in several books. It's broken down. The Most High had me break it down. Same thing, though. It's my book, but it's just separate books. So it's broken down into pieces because I was in pieces, right? But my books is coming from a healed place. Not saying that his book is bad in any shape, form, or fashion. Forgive me if anyone thinks that, because that's not what I mean. I'm thankful that he wrote his memoirs. I just wish he could have wrote his memoirs, uh, his through him healed, being healed, because the message will be different. People would be able to get healed themselves. They can't do that because he wrote the book and he's still broken. And I hate that. I wish I could reach out. Um, because I think they said he's 50 right now, or whenever that was recorded. And you can see the hurt in his eyes still. I hate that because I don't want him to leave this earth that way. And that's the purpose of all of that's my purpose. I don't want anyone to leave this earth not healed. Yeah. So we need to start looking at things the way that it really is, not the way we think it is. And what it really is that anything that happens in this world, death, the way you leave this way, the earth, um, when you leave it, whatever happens, the Most High is in control of all of that. So if your mother was murdered, the Most High allowed that to happen. If you were abused, the Most High allowed that to happen to you. Now, I guess people will say stuff like, well, he allowed someone to pass. How does that help somebody? I don't know. I don't question the Most High because I know his plan is perfect. It's perfect. Because here's the thing I've learned. It doesn't matter how we leave this world. It's how we live in the world while we're here that matters. Because we're all gonna go. We're all gonna leave here, one way or the other. And I'm sure everybody would love to go in their sleep. Absolutely. But we also know that that's not how that's gonna always go for everyone. And there's nothing we can do about it. So don't concern yourself with it. Don't worry about it. Follow the Most High. Put them blinders on and live for Him. And when He comes back, we can live in eternity in paradise. Isn't that a thought? No more hatred, no more hurt, no more pain. That's why He's called us to do things so that we can help others because it is hard out here, especially if you don't know. And most people don't know because we're so tied in what tradition is. That's what my family did. We've always celebrated Christmas. We've always celebrated Halloween and Thanksgiving. Um, yeah, but why? I'm going to tell a story. It's not my story, it's my pastor's story. And I hope I say it right. Pastor Kofi, if you're hearing this, I pray I'm doing this right. It's a story about this woman cooking chicken for her husband. And she would always cut the chicken. And he asked her, why do you cut the chicken? And, she'd cut it down the middle so it could, just cut it down the middle. And she said, I don't know. My mother always did that. So he's like, huh, well, I'm going to ask her. I'm going to ask her one day. So he sees his mother-in-law and he says his mother-in-law, it's like, why do you cut the chicken in half? Like, why do you cut that in chicken down the middle? What is that about? And she said, I don't know. I just do it because my mother did it. Well, thankfully, her mother was still alive. So he went to her mother and he asked her mother, well, look, I don't ask my wife. I don't ask your daughter. And nobody knows why y'all cut this chicken down in the middle. He said, why do you cut the chicken down the middle? And she said, well, I had to. Because the stove that I had when I was growing up, when I was younger or back in the day, it was too small. So we had to cut it so that the chicken can fit and we could cook it. Now, why did the other ladies continue to cook that, cut their chicken? They continued to cut it because it was just something that their mothers did, so they just did it. Nobody asked any questions. Nobody did any research. They just did it. And I know you're probably saying, oh, that's silly. No, it's serious. Think about it. What is it that you do in y'all's family that nobody even knows why they do it? They just do it because we've always done it. Yeah. And I laughed when Pastor Kobe said that story. And I'm sure I'm probably missing some things, but I think that's the gist of it all. We do things not knowing why we're doing these things. And then we could be hurting ourselves and we have no idea that we are because we're just following tradition. Like, yeah, like my daughter just recently asked me what I wanted. Do I want ham? No, do I want chicken? Because she don't eat pork. If I wanted chicken or turkey for Thanksgiving? I'm like, well, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving used to be, besides Christmas, we ain't gonna tell no fibs. I used to love Christmas because I used to love getting gifts. However, Thanksgiving was one of my favorites because you just going to eating and hanging out with family. And I used to love to eat, baby, still do. My stomach has changed a lot over the years, but still, nonetheless, I like to eat. And I'm not gonna lie, I miss doing that. But we can always do that. It don't have to be Thanksgiving, right? So I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not a holiday, or it's not a day that I would celebrate. Holy days, yes. I haven't been able to do it, for real. Um, Y'all's gonna allow me to do it 2026. So I can finally see my pastor and his beautiful wife and their son in person, and just to get to see the rest of the family, the hashtag SOC family. It's gonna be an amazing thing. And I'm so excited for the days because we're gonna be able to do it more than just 2026. But yeah, it's coming. So look, when you learn the truth, you get to see things so much differently. Whatever goes on in this world, it was already written. The Most High did it already. Stop concerning yourself what's going on out here. I don't care what they doing, the government shut down. Okay. I mean, I want to know, but I don't want to know. Like, okay, and okay, it's good to know. Thank you, but I don't concern myself with what's going on with none of it, because my Abba takes care of me and my family. Now I'm the only one in the house. Now my grandson's coming around slowly but surely, because I'm homeschooling him and he's learning. But I'm the only one in this house that believes the way that I believe, and I feel like I'm the umbrella with the prayers and the oil blessing, all the things, praying and asking the Most High to come through here and just touch them and help them find the truth. It's search for the truth. I'm praying over them before or until they can pray for themselves. And I don't care about what they're doing or what's happening for real. I got my blinders on. I keep them on. The Most High is who I follow. And that's all I concern myself with. And ever since I've been doing that, I've just been, I'm so at peace. Like you just don't understand. So at peace. I don't worry, concern myself. Like I'm just at peace. So no matter what's happening, The Most High can protect you from it, but He can't protect you unless you come to Him, follow Him, let Him guide you. He won't steer you wrong. Check out my Amazon store. Like I said, you don't have to buy anything, but you can read the first couple of pages of each one of the books and journals that I have for free. And if it's something that you be like, whoa, if you don't read it, share it with someone else or purchase it, share it with someone else. Follow me on Amazon. I appreciate it. Also, if you want to get curriculum, I got you with that too, homeschoolers. It's all on my page. I'm still not saying it right, but it's all on my YouTube page. I love you all. I really do. And I pray that this helps someone. If it did, share it, like it, comment. Don't be rude. I have tough skin though. It won't hurt my feelings, but I will block you. So it's a safe space here. Shalom, family. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Rest well. See you on the next video.